My best friend tried to steal my boyfriend, so I made sure she lost everything. When I got to school one morning, my best friend Miranda met me out front before I could enter the building. Let's just go straight to class, she suggested, looking a little pale. I frowned. I need to get my books from my locker, I said. She didn't stop me as I headed down the hall to my locker, only trailing behind with dread written all over her face. I froze when I reached my locker. Someone had taped a piece of paper to the locker door with the word slut written in huge black block letters. The blood drained from my face and I ripped it down, glancing at Miranda. What's going on? I demanded. She stared at me. You don't know? She asked. It's going around school. Someone spread a rumor that you cheated on Ethan with River. Ethan was my boyfriend and River was the known bad boy. River and Ethan hated each other. My heart dropped. I didn't, I whispered. Ethan suddenly ran up to me, face red with anger and embarrassment. His eyes were red and puffy as if he just got done crying. How could you? He snapped. How could you cheat on me with him? I didn't, I said loudly. Ethan scoffed. I read the screenshots of text messages between you two. Don't try lying to me, he snarled. Tears were streaming down my cheeks as I reached for him, but he brushed my hand away and stormed down the hall. I glanced around, finding we had drawn a crowd. Students were staring and whispering, shooting me disgusted, dirty looks. I turned to Miranda, but even she seemed uncomfortable being around me. She shot me an apologetic look. I have to get to class, she mumbled, darting away down the hall. I sighed. We had the same class, but she couldn't even walk with me anymore. Even the teachers were avoiding eye contact with me. When I got to the cafeteria during lunch, I had every intention of sitting with my friends and trying to talk to Ethan, but then River showed up in the lunch line, something he never did. I was about to walk away when he suddenly grabbed my hand, and in full view of everyone, he kissed me deeply. I shoved him off of me instantly, and he grinned, then winked at me before sauntering out of the cafeteria. A hush fell over the crowd as everyone stared at me. Miranda was watching with wide eyes. Ethan was red in the face, pissed. His buddies were obviously angry too. I was suddenly very alone and feeling uncomfortable, so I abandoned the lunch line and hurried out of the building. I headed to the football field bleachers and hid under them, sitting by myself as I started working on homework. My head jerked up when I heard River's low voice, followed by Miranda's high-pitched giggle. Did you see her face? She crowed. She was so shocked and so naive. Where's my money? River demanded sharply. Of course, I'll have it to you by the end of the week, Miranda said calmly. There was a pause and a slight shuffling before Miranda moaned. My eyes widened in surprise and my lip curled up in disgust. I want my money by the end of today, River finally said, or I'll tell your best friend everything. He was referring to me. You'll have it, Miranda said, trying to sound unaffected, but I knew her tone of voice. She was afraid. The sound of their footsteps faded away and I sat back, trying to make sense of what I just heard. Something was going on and I was determined to figure out what. I stood and grabbed my things, hurrying back to class. Miranda spent the rest of the day ignoring me, but I noticed she was more clingy with Ethan. Jealousy tore through me when I saw her hanging off his arm in between classes. After school, I spotted River standing by the dumpsters out back, obviously waiting for something. River, I said coldly. Want to tell me why you were kissing me in the cafeteria? River glanced at his watch and sighed. She's late, so I guess it doesn't matter, he muttered. He glanced at me. I never wanted this to happen, but your so-called best friend promised me a lot of money to go through with it. I stared at him. Go through with what? I demanded. The truth is, Miranda has had a crush on Ethan for years, River said calmly. I frowned. I knew about her crush, but that's all it is. A stupid crush that she promised she was getting over. River snorted. Yeah, well, she spread a rumor that we were dating secretly. Then she paid me a lot of money to kiss you in the cafeteria to make it seem more truthful. The screenshots she showed Ethan were all AI. It was all a ploy to break you two up so she could start dating him. River! Miranda suddenly screeched, appearing out of nowhere. I jumped in surprise. She was pissed, and Ethan stood directly behind her, face pale and eyes wide. He heard the whole thing. Miranda suddenly leaped at River, trying to claw at his face. I wrapped an arm around her waist and threw her back with enough force for her to land hard on her back. I hope it was worth losing everything, I told her in an icy tone. I glanced at Ethan, and he held out a hand to me. It wasn't an apology, but it was a start. I took his hand, and we walked away together.